the rest is calorie burning. So drop the calories a little bit, increase the expenditure a little bit until you've got a deficit of around 1,000 calories a day. Then you're going to lose around 2 pounds of fat a week, more or less. You know, it's mathematics. It's not really that complicated, but I can make it sound really complicated. I want to charge some more money, you know. But it's not my business. I don't rely on making money from coaching or personal training people. I do it because I really enjoy it and I like to see people improve. And I have a lot of knowledge to share, but I want to keep it simple. Because if you keep it simple and you understand it simply, you can get on with it. There's just too much information out there now. And I feel sorry for the go on YouTube and watch this guy saying this and then another guy saying something else, like your head spinning, like, what is it? One
says it's right, next one says it's wrong. Everyone
contradict each other, don't they?
Everyone's an expert, man. Everyone's an expert, but they're not, you know? They're not really. I am an expert. Yeah. No, I say it as is. You can debate who's the best bodybuilder. Yeah. Some people might say Ronnie, probably. Some people might say whatever. It's an opinion, yeah? But I'll tell you, without any ego, there is no better trainer in the gym, weight training, bodybuilding, in the world than myself. It's just the truth, yeah? It's just the truth. And I make it very simple for people to understand. It's simple. It's not voodoo, yeah? You want to lose weight, you need to be in a negative calorie balance. You eat less and burn more, like to a degree. And then you just monitor it every week. I'm on 4,500 calories, let's say. I'm losing 2 pounds a week. But after a few weeks, it might slow down a little bit. We'll chip off another 300 calories.
Just from the carbs?
Just from carbs, yeah, that's the only thing. And so, around the competition time, I'm probably under 4,000 calories, 2,800, 4,000, around about there, if I look back in my records, which is probably double what I eat now. But I was starving then because I'm 300 pound of muscle, it's a machine, you know. And just monitor it week by week. Weight scales, mirror, body fat calipers, you know, various things that you can monitor and keep records. And yeah, I hate to see people waste time and energy. It's hard enough anyway. Why make it harder for yourself by not recording everything and not getting the feedback and knowing what works and what doesn't work? Because if it don't work, eliminate it. Go on, forget about it. Don't ever think about it again. Yeah, make it simple. Stick with what works.
So, sorry, can you just state your, I'm making a note, your protocol for protein, where it stays on here, so per pound of...
1 gram to 1.5 for a pound of body weight.
So 1 gram of protein?
To 1.5, in that range. Yeah, 1 to 1.5 per pound of body weight. It's a good range to be in. And you know, you can play with it a little bit and say, I've ate more protein this month. I've gone from 1 to 1.5. Is there any benefit? Is there any improvement, or was 1 enough? Like, you know, but it'll be in that area in my experience somewhere.
So for example, if you're 200 pound bodybuilder, you want 200 to 300 grams?
Yeah, 200 to 300 grams a day, spread out, because you can only absorb so much at one sitting, so you don't want to like have 150 grams of protein for breakfast and then 150 grams in the evening, and then all day you haven't, you know, you kind of got, it's kind of like drip feeding, I call it. It's always there, yeah? So your protein and amino acids are building blocks, repair blocks. So you're going in the gym with a sledgehammer and you're knocking this wall down, a brick wall, you're knocking it down. Yeah? Now you need some bricks to rebuild it a bit better than it was before. So your bricks are amino acids.
So why you get conversion? Because obviously it's interesting because, like you said, everyone's an expert. There's so many people coaching and giving their opinion. But if you measure yourself in pounds, so say 200 pounds, why do we look at protein in grams and why not pounds? Is that just how it was?
I can't quite understand the question.
So if you're saying 1 to 1.25 grams
per pound of body weight.
Yeah. So why do you not look at pounds is the measurement for the food as well? So like kilograms.
That's probably the food industry's.
Pounds, kilograms, or you know whatever. It's no because a kilogram would be 2.2 to 3.3 or something like that.
The food industry measures in grams.
I just wondered if there was some scientific method behind that. That's the way you did it, but that's fine.
No, you measure protein in grams, same as carbohydrates. Gram of protein is 4 calories. Gram of carbohydrates 4 calories. Gram of fat is 9 calories. So that's the heat, that's the energy that it gives off. But protein it's not really meant for energy, it's meant for repair, yeah? Carbohydrates is short-term energy, fat is a long-term energy. And what we're doing, reducing that energy intake through the food, preferably from carbohydrates, so that you're in a deficit now, so that your body needs to find that energy somewhere, hopefully from the fat stores. If you make too much of a severe drop, you're going to burn muscle as well, yeah? Because your body doesn't really want to lose its body fat. It's like an emergency store when you're starving, so the body's reluctant to give up the body fat, so you've got to do it slowly, nice and slowly. If you do it too quickly, you'll lose some fat and some muscle, which is like, that's a nightmare, man. You work really hard just to build 1 pound of muscle, you don't want to lose it.
So how many weeks would your prep be for? Do you have a set?
It depends on the condition the person's in, but generally I would go with probably average 12 weeks. Yeah, I mean, if I did everything again, I mean, I know now that I got in shape in about 6-7 weeks. I was pretty much in shape, and then I was trying to hold it, but you know, it was still going down, so I'd overshoot most of the time. So if you're a fast metabolite and in good shape, you can probably do it in 8 weeks, but 12 weeks gives you leeway. It gives you, it gives you enough time to do a good job, most people. And the first week when you drop carbs, and I didn't get to the protocol, but I will with the steroids and everything like that. You drop carbs, you lose water, yeah? And also if you change your anabolics from something that's water retentive to something that's not, you're going to lose water. So the first couple of weeks on the diet, probably I might lose 4 or 5 pounds a week, but well, it's just water, yeah? And then after a couple of weeks that'll settle down, and then my goal was around 2 pounds a week. That was comfortable to lose 2 pounds, trying to lose 5 pounds a week and rush the prep to a contest, then you're going to lose muscle, so it doesn't make sense. So do it nice and slowly. 12 weeks is a good average, I would say.
See, today's bodybuilding, so you called yourself the original mass. No, someone else did. Sorry, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you called you were the original. What do you think of the bodybuilding today? Like how big they are, and like what's your opinion on how they look today? Because I think when we used back in the day when you were doing it in Arnold and stuff like that, you see it gradually getting bigger, and then you obviously come with a different look, a more mass look.
Some of the guys they're bigger now, I suppose. But
what do you think of it? Like,
combine it with the conditioning. They're just big.
Do you think it's more gear and more or less hard work?
Competing open bodybuilder now. For me, they look like, yeah, you got another 6 weeks to go, mate. Like you ain't near. That's what it looks like to me. Because they've just gone for size.
It's too big, isn't it? Sometimes it's too big.
Myself and all the other people that were trying to beat me, we were going for size, but you had to be sliced as well. But there was just bodybuilding. Now there's like so many different categories, right? You've got physique, you've got classic, you've got open bodybuilding. So yeah, some of the guys are heavier on stage, but I don't think they're as good. No. I get the question all the time, and then I just have to give you the answer. Some people get pissed off, like, oh, you're always saying it was better in the 90s. Well, yeah, because it was.
Yeah.
Would you never take anyone to stage now yourself personally? Would you not be?
I am. I've been asked, but I never found somebody that I wanted to work with. It's like, as I said, this is only an interest. It's only a passion. It's not a business. So I don't need to coach people for Mr Olympia.
Well, could you imagine Dorian taking someone to stage? Could you imagine what people would think?
Well, that is kind of happening now. I mean, it may happen because Sergio Olivier Jr.
Yeah.
He just moved to Marbella to come and train there and everything. And I said, look, I'll help you out. So
that's got to be.
there's a guy with potential there. Yeah. And I think I can help him. So.
What's he called?
Sergio Olivier Jr. Oh, his old man was 3 times Mr Olympia, so he's very well genetically.
Old school.
But one reason or another is never really maximised his potential. So, yeah, I'm helping him out at the moment, so that could be interesting. And see what happens next year.
That would be part of the legacy, wouldn't it? Done it and took someone else.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be a great story, and he seems to be committed. and I'd like to see a Mr. Olympia that's like 6 foot tall,
Yeah.
with wide shoulders and a small waist, you know, like a, this is the best male physique in the world.
Yeah.
No disrespect to anybody, and everyone's working hard and everything like that, but if you took the guys that are Mr. Olympia now, in the last couple of years, and you show that to a member of the public and say that is the ultimate male physique. Well, hold on, he's only like 5'4" or something, isn't he? And he's like a fridge. How's that possible? Yeah? It's not, you know, you look at Arnold or Lee Haney, or like, wow, yeah, I get it. That's the ultimate male physique. But so I'd like to see a bit more. You know, Sergio is like same height as me or something, touching on the 6 foot. Got great shape. I think it would be great. It's a great story. It'd be great for the sport. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What's your thoughts on Arnold Schwarzenegger? Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Go on. Sorry, mate.
I'm just interested to know how you dealt with coming away from competition when competition had been.
So Steve's just
life.
retired.
That's the whole.
Second in the universe.
Yeah, I was interested in that as well. We were talking about that.
It's a nightmare, what can I tell you?
Yeah.
Really. I'm an extreme person, so I always said like this aspect of taking the steroids and everything, I'm doing that because I'm a professional and it's basically a requirement, yeah? Otherwise forget it. Yeah? It's like being a model and not being able to wear makeup or something. It's like, it's part of the thing. Yeah? So when I finish competing, that's it, I'm going to stop taking steroids, which is really not a wise way to do it. You need to come down, take it down, and you're probably going to have to be on some replacement testosterone, which is what I eventually realised. But it was a personal battle. I didn't even want to do that. I was like, no, I told myself I'm going to stop, so I'm going to stop. And not only had I lost my total, absolute focus and dedication goal that I had for the last 15 years or whatever it was, it's gone now. I mean, why are you getting up in the morning? What are you doing? I'm gonna go to the gym. Yeah, but why are you going to the gym? Why are you going to the gym now? I'm going to the fucking gym because I feel like I'm gonna hang myself. And if I go to the gym, I'll feel better afterwards. That's where I was at, you know. So I think the gym saved my life. It was that low, and so I've lost my direction or career or whatever. It's more than a fucking career. It's like, you know, it's absolute obsession that it's not there anymore. And it wasn't a controlled, I like to control everything, that's why I like to control contests I went in and everything. But I couldn't control this, I got injured and it was the end of my career, and that's that, and it's good night and it's over. And because of my extreme nature as well, I stopped taking steroids. I basically cut myself off from, you know, the international bodybuilding community, which not like now, it's the internet and everything. You've got to call people up and talk, and I just didn't want to. So it's and then I'm looking around me and saying, well, I've got to face up that I wasn't really happy in my marriage for the last couple of years, and now it's all coming into focus because I was like this for so long that whatever problems are here and here, fuck that, can't be distracted. Now it's like, you know, everything started falling apart. So it was a really tough time.
And how do you fill the void then?
Because, you know, I was focusing on what I lost. Yeah, but what I learned to do is focus on, like, well, mate, you're 35 years old, you're financially secure, you fucking can do anything now that you want. Well, it took me a time to figure out, well, what do I want to do, you know, because this is all I know. I've been doing this since I'm 21. I really, in all that time, I never socialized. I lost my fucking skill or understanding how to even socialize with people because I just cut myself off, and I trained and I slept and I trained and I slept and I ate, and for so long, and now that's not necessary. And the world's your oyster.
The big man himself.
Mr. Paul. Yes.
Yes.
He's heard of you, you know.
He's heard of me, hasn't he, mate? Yeah. Yeah.
You reckon you're the hardest man to say, Paul?
Number fucking one, mate. Number one. Not another number, number one. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.